one here, actually, it's a bit low.
You keep it over to your left, Brian, keep that.
They don't come much bigger than these Colossus, two 95-tonne mining dumpsters headed to iron ore mines in the northwest of Australia. At $2 million each, these reconditioned beasts will replace others coming out of service. Every day they're not working costs the mines thousands.
We could run into bushfires, you could run into smokehouses, you run into windstorms, you don't know what you're going to run into.
From Mackay on the central Queensland coast, these two mining monsters will take 9 days to crawl almost 5,000 kilometres across the top of the continent to Port Hedland in Western Australia. 190 tonnes of mining machinery prepares to cross the continent.
Where are you at, Jules? Yeah, right, just watch me tail swing when I come out. I might use this trailer, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we'll just keep watching the left when I come out of it. Clear the end of that fence?
Yeah, it's still about a metre to go and you've got plenty of room both sides.
With 30 years' experience transporting giant loads, Athel's seen his cargo getting bigger each year.
Well, they've gone from big to huge in the last 20 years. The bigger the truck, the less people they've got to employ, so they reckon, but most bridges are still the same.
The oversized convoy approaches the small town of Richmond in Western Queensland. Its narrow streets are lined with dangerously low power lines. For Brian, it's a chilling reminder of the disasters that happen if their calculations are wrong.
I was on the ground winching the crane up onto the trailer and just got too close to the wires that were there along the side of the road. It just arced, and because I was on the ground, it earthed down through me. 3 months I was in hospital. Did several operations. Lost a fair bit of my right hand. They cut stuff out on my side. Much to everyone's surprise, I went back to work and still doing it.
Brian has plenty of reason to be anxious. His 5.4 metre tall rig has just half a metre to spare between it and the ageing power lines, each carrying 33,000 volts.
Close in. Yeah, just watch this one here, actually, it's a bit low.
You keep it over to your left, Brian, keep that. No road is all clear.
Oh, that's the hardest work I have to do today, I'll be happy.
Safely through town, the convoy encounters a new problem. It's cattle country, and Brian's sharing the roads with double-decker livestock trucks, known as crates.
The stock trucks, when they're loaded, we don't like pushing them off the road because they're very unstable. If they go off too far and start leaning, the cattle start leaning, and there's been a few of them fall over.
Despite a police escort and plenty of warning, one cattle trucker is refusing to give way.
He didn't want to stop, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's right. Everyone up.
Got a couple of crates up here, a bit tight up here.
Okay, over we go. Okay, just straighten up to that line. Just hold that line there, be good. I think it's more room, mate. You pulled over when you first heard me, you'd have had plenty of room.
Now Brian and Athel have a new headache. A 3-trailer road train signals to pass.
You get as close to each other as possible so the vehicles coming around us don't have such a big area to overtake.
Brian's forced to push the wheels of his massive load right to the edge.
Keep going, mate, keep going, keep going. Yeah, keep going, mate, the trailer's steering away from you, so where you go? Is that it? Yeah!
The triple road train spends nearly 90 seconds on the wrong side of the road. travelling at the rear of the convoy. Athol spots a problem.
Yeah, you got a rubber net coming out, mate.
Oh, mate, we'll pull up and have a look, eh? Pull them up, Keith. Stop them right now. When you stop and there's no airflow going through, the tyres actually heat up and start expanding. So you've got to be careful about when you hop in there, because if one blows while you're in there, yeah, it wouldn't be a pretty sight. We've done a tyre by the sound of it.
As temperatures soar past 40 degrees, Athol checks the damage. Barely halfway through their almost 5,000 kilometre journey,
Damn, more work to do.
the heat has taken its toll on Brian's truck. 4 tyres have blown, dislodging a brake booster that produces the pressure needed to stop the truck. They chain the damaged tyres, taking them temporarily out of action. It's a stop-gap measure.
Rightio, we'll plot on.
It's a long night for Athol and Brian.
2 inside ones are completely stuffed.
Pass that tyre here.
And it's little rest for the truckers. Their tight schedule demands another 5 a.m. start.
Shower and a good night's sleep. Amazing how much better that makes you feel. Hopefully we won't have any tyre issues today. But they'll add a help plate on the back of it, so... Oh, just blew a tyre. Pull up, pull up. More tyres to do. Yay.
Just an hour into the day,
It's not ideal, but we don't really have any choice.
the convoy is at a standstill yet again. Behind schedule and battling constant blowouts,
I should have bought another pair of overalls. These are getting a bit too much of the work out at the moment.
the truckers now have just 8 spares left. Brian and Athol are about to cross the state line into Western Australia, where 2 more trucks will join the convoy. They'll transport these 2 massive tilt trays that sit on the back of the mining dumpsters.
We've got to travel in convoy with 4 loads together, the 2 chassis in front and the 2 bodies behind us. So it's going to be an interesting challenge getting traffic around us. 4 big loads all at once, all 7 metres wide. All 4 of us together, that's going to be an interesting exercise.
Just another challenge. Another day at the office. See how we go.
Entering a new state brings new regulations. Brian double checks the wide load.
Can't be any more than 4 metres. Just pack all the stuff away and we're going to have a briefing with the warden.
Western Australia's transport wardens have police powers. And the first thing the wardens check is that the convoy is complying with its strict oversized load permit.
G'day mate, I'm Brian. I'm the lead.
to meet you.
I'll be the lead truck.
Right. Listen, just talking to your pilot here, and she said you've got 2 pilots.
Yep. Wants to go there.
Yeah, 3.
We need 3.
Under Western Australian regulations, a convoy this size requires 3 pilot vehicles. With only 2, Brian and Athol are grounded. Head office is 3,400 kilometres away. Getting another pilot vehicle could take days.
Yeah, Brian from Mactran, Sean. We need a 3rd pilot here. We can't move till we've got it, mate.
Brian's under pressure to get back on the road. Every minute the mining dumpsters aren't working is costing their owners money.
3 different states require 3 different sets of rules, and we just got caught out with this one, unfortunately. But
Brian hits the phones and comes up with a temporary fix.
the territory pilot we had yesterday is coming out to take us into Kununurra. Hopefully another pilot's been organised to take over from her. Rightio, we're out of here. Yoo-hoo. Let's go.
There's still 1,500 kilometres of outback roads for the enormous convoy to travel.
On the toes here, bro. Line her up first of the skinny ones.
And up ahead is a series of narrow single-lane bridges.
Which are barely wide enough to take the trailers. We've only got about that much either side to play with.
If Brian's calculations are correct, their wide load should just scrape through.
You guys shut up for a minute while we get across here.
Yeah, a little tiny bit to the right if you can, right?
I'm the best I can. we're over.
But in the rear is Athel's monster 95-ton load.
You got 2 inches on the right. Are you looking at the right, Julie? Yeah. How come the lorry just run up on the bridge? The back is in a set. Look down the side of the trailer. There we go, the back end there, fellas. Yeah, we're away.
After 7 days on the road and 3,400 kilometres travelled, the convoy closes in on Port Hedland. Despite the challenges, they're still on schedule.
Done a fitting on the power steering, so it's spewing oil out. Just in the process of trying to fix that now. Hopefully Ethel can sort it out and we'll get going. Yeah, fingers crossed.
After 8 days on the road, carrying giant mining dumpsters across the remote top end of Australia, Brian's truck has finally cracked under the pressure.
I thought that was water. Power steering oil.
Oh, the hydraulic hose just blowing off. Hey, Jules, can you grab me a hose clamp from under the seat, please? Driver's seat.
Leaking power steering fluid is threatening to kill any chance of delivering on schedule.
Just throw me in there, mate.
There's the other hose clamp. This is us having a Sunday morning lie-in.
Righto. Try that, brothers. Righto, let's get out of here.
If the leak had occurred on the move, it could have been catastrophic.
I would have lost my steering. It would have been entertaining, that's for bloody sure.
Truckers Athel and Brian have travelled almost 5,000 kilometres, overcome tyre blowouts, engine troubles and blistering temperatures. But their problems may not be over.
Smoke up ahead. Quite a lot of it. I don't think we'll be trying to drive through it.
This is Australia's hottest year on record, and it's also had its worst bushfire season ever.
So it's well off to the right, I don't think it's going to be any bother to us.
Having traversed the entire width of Australia from east to west in 9 days, the convoy has its final destination in sight. At last, they make the unloading yard at Port Hedland. The masters of heavy haulage, Athel and Brian, deliver their giant cargo.
We've got the loads here, undamaged, unmarked. That's what it's all about. Getting the stuff here, ready to use. We made it here, mate. That's the name of the game. We got here. All good.